Today I'll talk about enterprise resource planning. It is a software for managing business entities and for service organizations like laboratory and hospital. The softwares like laboratory management information system or hospital management information system, they are nothing but enterprise resource planning for those organizations. So this is the structure of my lecture. I'll first talk about enterprise architecture. Then I will introduce the enterprise resource planning software. Then I'll talk about modular design of ERP. Then I'll talk about concerns in implementing ERP. Then phases in ERP implementation. I'll talk about audit trail concept. Then I'll talk about ethical and legal issues related to data and information. Then I'll talk about cost associated with implementation of ERP. And finally, I'll talk about benefits of ERP. So this is the architecture of an organization, business entity, or an enterprise. Customer orders are received, and the product or service is delivered to the customer. So there is information flow to and fro from the customer. Then, in order to service the customer or deliver product to the customer, we need certain raw materials from our suppliers, and there are various business units like operations, human resource management, inventory management, machine management, warehouse management, and many more. And all the financial transactions are recorded and then they are accounted for. This is very simplified structure of an enterprise, and the conventionally the there are various databases in each business functions or units, and there is no centralized database. Now, in ERP, we have a centralized database. So, enterprise resource planning refers to a type of software that organizations use to manage day to day business activities. Enterprise resource planning is a process of managing all resources. The term resource is part of ERP. So, ERP is a process of managing all resources used in an enterprise in a coordinated manner. And the resources include man, machine, material, money, etc. ERP integrate various business units in a centralized system in contrast to decentralized system which I have discussed in my previous slide. So ERP has a centralized database shared with all the departments or business units. It prevents data redundancy, inconsistency, duplication, and discontinuity. It maintains data integrity, and the database, as a central database, is accessible to all employees with appropriate access control. ERP is usually designed in a modular fashion, so there are various modules in ERP. The few modules are listed here: customer relationship management module, accounting module, materials management module, human resource module, quality control module, supply chain module, and various management tools are also included like risk management and project management, etc. So, what are the concerns in implementing the enterprise resource planning? The software is costly, and there is cost of customization for a particular business entity or organization. It is time consuming to implement the system. There is a concern related to transfer of knowledge. Then there may be acceptance problem within the enterprise. Then there is risk to data. Then there are certain ethical and legal aspects related to data or information which is collected in day-to-day management of enterprise. Then these are the phases in enterprise resource planning implementation. The initial phase is concept and initiation. Then there is development of software. Then there is implementation of ERP system, and then there is maintenance phase. Now a little bit about Audit Trail. Audit Trail module deliver detailed analysis allowing us to track changes to transactions and master data, including the source of change, the user initiating the change, as well as before and after data values. Audit Trail module also track changes made to the ERP software itself, including the database schema changes. Then the ethical and legal issues related to data or information. One must always have appropriate approval before using computer system resources. No one should enter or use another's computer system, software, or data files without his permission. No one should borrow someone else's login ID and password. Designing or implementing systems that deliberately or inadvertently demean individuals or groups is ethically unacceptable. Sending out unsolicited emails to a large group of people is prohibited. Then there are concerns related to intellectual property rights, copyrights, and patents. The term privacy has many definitions, but for our present purpose, privacy means the ability to control information about oneself. So, ERP, by its very basic nature, collects information related to customers, collect information related to employees of an organization. So, information about a person that can be used to uniquely establish the person's identity is called personally identifiable information, and there should be a provision to protect the personally identifiable information. Then we should protect cardholders' data because sometimes customers share their card details, including bank and credit card accounts and social security, etc. Now there are certain additional risks with new technologies such as open source database management systems, cloud computing, and social software applications like social media. We should protect not only the data but the servers on which they reside, and there are issues related to overseas server. There may be legal implications when we store data overseas in our overseas server. Users which are interested may read further from this source. So what are the costs associated with implementation of enterprise resource planning? Initially, there is training cost. We need to train our employees. There may be integration and testing cost. There is cost for data conversion. Then there is cost associated with data analysis. We may need to hire consultants and we may need to lay off certain staff which become redundant after implementation of ERP. So finally, what are the benefits of enterprise resource planning? It is a step towards paperless system. It standardizes information. It reduces inventory levels. It lowers HR cost. It speeds up operations and shorter throughput time. It increases efficiency. There are fewer errors with increased accuracy. There is better customer experience with CRM module. There is improved business insight and business intelligence and artificial intelligence. They are inbuilt usually in ERP. And there is reduction in third-party dependencies on various management tools which are part of ERP. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.